안녕하세요. You're listening to 4 from On One podcast. Welcome back to 4 from On One podcast. This is Giovanni, Keith, and Hyukchun live from Korea as well as India. A brand new week, new destinations. But the most important thing is that we're all here today, this evening with you all. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah. Great. Wonderful. Good to hear that. Hyukchun, what about you? How you doing?
I think I gotta catch a little bit of cold. Like my voice is stopped.
I can hear it a little
Yeah.
bit. I definitely hear it.
Some
I feel
spring
bad.
flu, maybe.
Yeah, you kind of have this streak of kind of just falling under the weather. That's kind of very
Yeah, I
unfortunate.
think so. Yeah. Sorry that I cannot use my video right now. I'm in the not good place right now.
Sure. Totally understand. They're gonna drop the ball there. All right, well,
Yeah,
wonderful.
you nearly did.
Yeah. That's hilarious. So in episode, I believe this is number 66, we're going to just kind of recap what we did this past week, kind of talk about some things that have actually happened to us over the course of last week since our previous episode, and announcing some good things that are definitely coming our way. With that being said, speaking of 66, our former SBL sponsor that no longer exists, actually, maybe you can kind of shed a little bit of light on the brand new season that's about to kick off in just a couple of weeks, the SBL season.
Yeah, so yeah, as I think every listeners will know that we three are met at the SBL, which is stands for Seoul Baseball League, and they are now is the 12th year of the league for baseball. You can join us from if you're living around the Seoul area, you can join us, and then I think right now is few of the American Army guys are even came out to play baseball from Daegu or Busan. This is really awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we will going to start our season 18th of March, but the draft day.
That's right.
Yeah.
So around
time.
like 70. Yeah, around 75 people will be join us in this league. And we're going to do the draft. And every team has two captains, and those two captains will pick our players, just as the professional sports guys doing. So we are doing the draft, and then we were going to make a team, and we're going to compete spring and summer season. That'll be awesome.
Nice.
That's really nice.
What round do you hope to get drafted? Hyukchun, what round do you think you can go after your home run last season?
I think it's a 14th, maybe.
All right. Not
yeah,
bad.
because yeah, it is. No. Yeah, it is actually a progress because last season I was picked on the 15th round.
15th round.
Now you're a pitcher as well, aren't you? You're a pitcher and a home run hitter.
I'm hoping at least maybe anywhere between 8th to 10th. I could see you had some pretty good stats. You had some really good stats. No, I told you my dilemma. I can't play this season.
Okay,
yeah.
I know.
Hyukchun
8. Hyukchun 8. You're thinking?
I'm thinking, me. No, I'll always be picked last. It's okay. It's fine. I'm always picked last. I really don't mind. I really don't mind.
Where is the party? Where's the draft party?
That was actually my question. Yeah, where are they having it this year?
So there's my favorite bar. I think you guys all know it.
Phillies
pub.
Like Phillies.
Yes. The Phillies pub in the HBC area, which is Haebangcheon in Korean.
Yes.
We were going to do a little bit of party, and then
Great.
Yeah,
I like that.
Actually, earlier of the draft day, I think you guys remember earlier the draft day what we are going to do.
Have the rookie practice.
We're going to do the rookie practice.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go there, but on that day I have my other team's game, so I think I will join later at
dual leagues. That's right.
Game.
If you wake up.
I will really missing Keith there. You guys are always there, and then Yeah. I think Giovanni will make a trip down there, right, buddy?
I don't know. That's really debatable. That's we'll see.
Run
I
day.
really,
Go for the run
yeah.
day.
I don't know. We'll see. I got to do some
Yeah.
things to, clean the plays, watch the kid for hours and hours in order to get a pass. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Let's kind of jump over to Keith. Keith, you've
Right.
yeah, I know you're about to say something right now. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. What did you want to say?
No, that's right. No, it'd be my first season I've missed. I'm a bit disappointed. Like I had probably my best season, but no, the second season I missed. Yeah, my last season was my best season.
Right.
Yeah,
You
with the
guys won the
broken arm.
championship,
Anyway.
right? So you guys went to the championship. Yeah.
Yeah, with the broken. Yeah.
But yeah,
So
you didn't expect to play. Yeah.
Second season. I didn't play 4 last year, so it's my second season I missed. Okay. Yeah, so at the moment I'm still in India, and today was a long, long day. Like I am showing my videos, and I always share the positive side, and everything's happy, good times. But it is
Typical social
hard
media.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know what went on behind closed doors. It's getting to those destinations. That's the struggle, right?
Yeah.
I told you it's.
Oh,
I'm assuming you're not taking the air-conditioned taxis anymore, right? Your little shuttle buses. No, right? Reality kind of just hit you in the face. What are you doing now to get around?
Yeah. So I'm still doing buses, which in theory, once you get on the bus, it's sort of been okay, but finding the bus is a nightmare. They're like, the address is bus stop. That's their address. To find the bus, you got to find bus stop. And like,
Nice.
okay, where's the
Very
bus stop?
vague. Yeah.
And then you got to call them and find them. Oh, I'm not driving tonight, so I'm also driving. Oh, I'm not driving tonight. Right. So I left my hotel in Bickener at 10 o'clock last night to catch an 11 o'clock bus.
Okay.
In the middle of nowhere,
Sure.
middle of the night.
Yeah.
Luggage, expensive items on me. And the bus doesn't come till like 12:30, 1 o'clock at night.
In the morning, yeah.
And then I'm on the bus. I actually don't mind this. I bought a sleeper so you could lie down. So that's pretty good. So it was pretty good. I actually did sleep, but I arrived at 12 o'clock the next day.
What 12-hour bus ride?
Yeah, Ludhiana. It was only meant to take 9.5 hours, but it's been taking longer. I was going to stay in the town Ludhiana, but I was like, couldn't really find interesting things about it. I was like, and I couldn't find really nice hotels in my budget. So I was like, maybe I'll just try and head north. So I decided to go to where I am now. How do you say it? Amistad?
Sure.
Mister? I don't know.
Yeah,
but anyways, if you've seen something touristy about India, there's a gold temple surrounded by water and this temple around. And 2, the other thing maybe you might have seen is on the border with Pakistan, India and Pakistan both do this closing of the border dance, celebration.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wish I could say the name of the town. Anyway, I'll leave my YouTube and I'll show you. But,
absolutely.
Like the bus ride was only meant to take 2.5 hours. It took 5 hours. Like I thought we were going to miss doing this podcast. It was just so slow because the bus, they not only are a bus, they're also a delivery system. So they all got their side hustles.
Side hustles, yeah.
They're also a public bus, so they pick up people, drop off people, go this way, go that way. So basically from 10 p.m. until 6 p.m. the next day, I've been on buses. It's
and these buses that you're taking, these are coach buses, yes, with like air conditioning, all that good stuff.
The first one was a coach. The second one was just like a normal government bus.
Yeah.
But it was meant to take 2.5 hours. Yeah. So and my phone battery got to like 5%, and I got to try to show the tuk-tuk driver where I got to go, and you can't, when it's 5%, you can't see it, like it's dimmed. And I'm like, it's just a nightmare. It was, but got into quite a nice place. It's only 10 Australian dollars per night. So what's that, about $8 US? It's got a shower. I had a nice shower. I think I'll stay here for 3 nights and just relax.
You find a good spot. You're like, you just close yourself off from the world. You're like, I don't want to look out the window. I don't want to do anything. I just want to stay right here and just catch my breath. Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that's funny.
So the summary, I guess, is I love the being in the cities, right? In between cities, it's a nightmare. Like having that car when I was with my friend, that was a luxury. That was definitely a luxury. Like right now it is. Anyway, that's part of traveling. It's part of traveling. It's something probably everyone experiences when you travel, especially when you don't relying on other people, buses, trains, tuk-tuks. That's part of traveling. Yeah. Any boys have any memories of long travel days?
Only in India, but I kind of want to forget about those. What about you, Hyuk-Jun?
Yeah.
What about you? What is your longest? I know you talked about the one in Australia where you drove like 20 hours straight. Do you have anything else close to that?
Yeah, that was my longest travel. Like if it is like per day, 12-hour driving was the longest, I think.
Sure.
Drove like 500-600 kilometer per day.
Sure.
Yeah, that was really hard.
I mean, I was asking about his buses because I wasn't sure if he took like any trains yet, because just like most, nothing. You kind of just stayed away from those. Yeah, that was basically my longest. It was the 40 hours on the train, but again, I was in third class.
40 hours on the train.
40 hours, yeah, from Delhi all the way down to the middle of God knows where, India. And again, I was just on the luggage rack. I was on these little. I was in the third class, so there was no AC. The windows were wide open. And it was just hot air blowing in your face. People just dumping trash out the window when they were done eating it. Me sleeping on these little cots, just had like roaches crawled over me. It was just ghastly, absolutely just ghastly. But yeah, I mean, again, if you can survive India, you can survive anywhere. That's my saying. So yeah, you go back and it's just like, hey, I could sleep on the floor, I could sleep here, I could shower here, I could eat this, but yeah, you survive. Right?
You get the mentality. Yeah.
You don't realize how good you have it. Yeah.
I want to try the train, but I don't know what it was like when you went. But you got to. They're all the tickets are booked out. So online, like you can buy bus tickets and train tickets. There's all these online booking sites like Co-Bus in Korea or something like that. But the foreign cards don't work here. So you try to book them and you can't book them. So then you got to go to these travel agents and obviously get them to book the tickets for you.
Yeah.
But like I'm trying to travel like 1 or 2 days in advance. But you got to, for the train, I don't know what it was like with you, but the trains are booked out 3-4 days, 5 days in advance to the locations I want to go to. So that's why I haven't done trains at the moment. Was it like that when you went? Did you have to book in advance?
Sometimes you had to book advance, or if everything was booked, they say, oh, well, we only have like the first class with extra decent sleepers, air conditioning, but there was like 10 times the price. And so again, I was always stuck in like the luggage room. And I was like, all right, the hell with it. Back to the luggage room I go. So I mean, I got to get to my destination because I just want to see everything as quick as I can and just get out. But that's I mean, again, six weeks. It really did fly by. Keith, I think you've been there 3-4 weeks now.
Yeah,
in
almost
India?
a month.
Yeah. Oh, you look good, and the vegetarian food's really, it's wearing you down.
Yeah, works on you.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, you're looking slim there, especially in the black. Right on.
So with the baseball theme in India, do you guys know what India's favorite sport is?
Cricket.
Yeah, sure. It's a cricket.
Cricket, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So right now, Australia's playing India in the cricket. India smashed us. We've lost the series already. Like first two matches.
Really?
Anyway, probably one of my favorite moments so far of this trip is I was walking around Bikaner, and Bikaner, to be honest, it's my next video to come out. It didn't really hit me, but the best moment I had was playing cricket with some locals, just in a local. I don't know what it was.
That's what it's all about. Yeah. And anywhere, right?
I was just filming. Yeah. And they were really, really nice. At first, they were like just staring at me, and I'm like, okay, because I also had the GoPro.
Naturally, yeah. It's a white man look.
And eventually, one guy comes over, then they all start talking to me, and then I started to get to bat against some of their bowlers. And for people who don't know, in cricket, there's sort of two different types of bowlers. Same as baseball, you got the fast bowlers.
Sure.
You got bowlers that do spin, which is a bit like a swing. What's it? Pitches? Swing.
I know what you mean.
Balls that bounce left or right, And India, they're very famous for their spinners. Their spinners, they left and right. especially on pavement. We're playing on pavement, and if you ever used a tennis ball and spin a tennis ball, it's so easy on pavement. But yeah, it was so much fun. I could hit the fast bowlers, smack them. I had a good video. I put a video on my Facebook and got like 5,000 views, which is a lot.
No, I saw it. I was
Yeah.
like, look at this guy, because I love the way that they use. I don't know the terminology, but they have like the little stick thing at the end with the little thing behind the
That's
batter.
the
I guess
stop.
the stop. I love
The
how they
stumps.
they literally just use like
Yeah.
bricks, and you could just see from the
Yeah.
guys like his wind up, like just the way he was about to throw. I'm like, oh man, this guy's like serious. Like I hope this guy hit the ball. Like it was just like, whoa, it looked pretty sick. I can't wait to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really cool. I do love cricket. Maybe Hokjun had a little taste of it when he came to Australia, but India, that's the passion
Yeah.
about cricket. And like
Mhm.
you're in the bus and you're just driving along the farmlands, and everywhere there's a bit of pavement or even like really hard farm, you see either sticks sticking up or you see bricks on top of each other or rocks
Yeah.
on top of each other. You just knew, oh, that's where they play cricket. That's where the kids play cricket. And sometimes
Yeah.
you see the kids just playing. Sometimes you see them playing like trash areas, and they
Yeah.
don't care. They're just playing cricket. It's what they
Yeah.
love. Yeah, it's really cool.
Beautiful.
It was, yeah, that's probably my favorite moment in India at the moment. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's fine. It's
just
like
getting
capturing those little
mixing
tiny
with the
moments.
locals.
Local life, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's interacting. It's like the in between rather than all these like tourist populous places. It's the hidden gems you find between that.
Mm.
That's nice. That was
Yeah,
a good
because
point.
it's difficult because you, as a traveler, and especially when I got cameras and stuff, like I got my guard up, and like India, I have not met a bad person. I don't think so yet. It's like they all, they want to sell you stuff. The tuk drivers want you to come and try it, like hustle, hustle, hustle. And you're like, no, no, no,
Of
no.
course,
And you
they
sort
got
of
to eat at the end of the day. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, yeah. So you've got your guard up. So when Indians start to talk to you, or it's not just in India, same in Vietnam and probably some of the countries I'm about to go to. Like in Vietnam, if someone wanted to talk to me, they want to sell me something. Like that was the theory I
Sure.
came away with. The same with India, but sometimes they just want to chat with you. Where you're from? Usually that's always the go-to sell you something. But where you're from?
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah.
And then, but some of them just want to chat with you because, which is cool. It's just hard because you got the guard up and like, do I let my guard down? I've got this expensive stuff, and I'm like, I finally let my guard down and played some cricket.
Yeah.
And playing cricket. I just knew that it would be okay to play cricket with these guys, and it was good to have a good local moment. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, sometimes they're like really sneaky. Like they'll pretend they're not trying to sell you something. Like one time I was in Varanasi, right? I was kind of taking it all in, and I meet this guy who's, I guess, like a massage vendor. He's trying to offer massages. I was like, no, I'm really okay. I don't want a massage. Even though I know I really needed it, but I was like, no, I'm really okay. And so he's like, all right, farewell. So he goes, reach my hand, starts shaking my hand. And as he shakes my hand, and he starts massaging my hand. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, he got me. Like, you little sneaky son of a gun. But then he starts, I'm gonna check my arm. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, this feels like really good. How can I say no? Like, just like that. I'm like, this guy's a pro. He's a pro. He knows what the hell he's doing. So yeah, they're sneaky like that. That's great. Gotcha. You before we recorded that, you wanted to bring up WBC.
So WBC stands for World Baseball Classic.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically like World Baseball Olympic.
Oh, okay.
A championship.
For like different countries.
Yeah.
All come together.
Yeah, from all the different countries.
Okay.
Where is
it
it
happening?
Yeah. I don't know what he said either.
Actually, this is very interesting. That so they have 4 different stadium that they are playing. So they have like Pool A to Pool D, A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
I think Pool A is playing in Taiwan. Pool B is playing in Tokyo, Japan, and Pool C and D are playing in US. I think one is in Miami and the other one is
Nice.
in
another place in US, I think.
Well, that's cool. It'll be interesting if the Americans get behind it or not. I know like as we know, Korea loves baseball, Japan loves baseball. I know Taiwan loves baseball too. So
It's true.
it'll be interesting. And to play against, I don't know, the Americans going to send their like major players or not? Do you know?
The really interesting is that they will do.
They will.
Yeah. So like until this year, they never sent their like A grade players
Sure.
yet on Olympic Games or WBC games or any other like baseball related games. They never did.
Yeah.
And I will gonna share a few important lineups from the USA
Oh.
baseball team.
Oh, okay, little preview,
So
little appetizer. Okay.
yeah, from
Give
the
it.
outfielder, from the outfielder, there will be Mookie Betts and Mike Trout from the
Ooh,
Yeah,
LA.
sure.
I know
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
and there's another like really fun name is the Will Smith will be there, not the movie star.
Right. Will Smith from the Dodgers.
Yeah, LA Dodgers. Oh,
Yeah,
you know,
Dodgers.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
right
Wow.
fielder,
Yeah.
yeah, Tim Anderson and Pete Alonso, Paul Goldschmidt will be there too, and
Oh
JT
yeah.
Realmuto and Brady Singer, Adam Wainwright, Mary Kelly, Ryan Presley will be there too. Also with the
And
Brooks Lady. Yeah.
what, what about the Korean MLB players? Are they going to play for Korea?
Not all, but Hassan Kim will be there too. So it'll be very exciting for
From the
Koreans.
Padres.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
Padres.
Yeah.
And
I
Oh,
know.
you know
also,
your MLB.
I didn't know WBC, but I know these players. Yeah.
and there's a one very, what should I say, very interesting player from St. Louis Cardinals. His name is Tommy Edman.
Okay.
His full name is Tommy Hyunsu Edman. I think he's a quarter Korean,
Oh, well, look at
and he wants
that.
to play Korean team.
Oh, that's nice. Going back to his roots, huh?
Yeah,
Gotta respect that.
yeah. WBC have this like kind of like weird rule is that like if neither of your grandparents, so you will have two grandpa, two grandma, right?
Yes.
You can play their country, play for their countries. So, like for myself, I can play for Japanese team or the North Korean team if I, you know,
Where do you use your
good enough.
genealogy or your ancestry? Right. Because you
Yeah,
gotta,
yeah,
yeah.
the ancestry, yes. That is very interesting
Uh,
rule for WBC.
they do that with the rugby as well. It's your grandparents, but they're slowly
Oh, I didn't know
dropping
that.
it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, but on the sporting theme, I don't think we talked about it last week. The Super Bowl. Did we watch the Super Bowl? Kansas
Oh,
City
damn it,
Chiefs.
Keith. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all right.
uh,
That's all right.
to be honest, there were two teams I didn't really want any of them to win: Kansas
Sure.
City and Philadelphia. But it was a good game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was really tight game as well.
And
Yeah. It's always a good Super Bowl when it goes back to back. With who?
Like
Mahomes?
Holmes is going getting on
Mahomes,
his
yeah.
getting. Do you see how drunk he got on the bus?
No. No, I didn't watch the
He was
after.
doing. But also the new thing, I don't know if you guys saw this, is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's XFL has finally started. He paid for this XFL a long time ago. And so you're going to have NFL or NFL American football going nearly season long now. I think it started like 2 weeks ago, and it's going to go towards September. So you got a lot more American football. If you like
Really?
American
Oh, that's so
football.
dangerous. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I always thought it was only so short for a reason because of all the injuries and such.
Well, these will be players the next, like trying to get to the not quite good enough for the NFL. Like there was one player.
All right.
It was number one draft pick from Denver Broncos, Lynch or something. He played like 2 games and never seen again. So these are players that didn't quite make it. They've probably been playing arena football or something like that. But like to be honest, the season's very short compared to our rugby players. Our rugby players play 30 matches in a year, and we don't wear headgear or shoulder
because they're
pads.
real men. That's why. There's a difference.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really tough guys.
You got to be you got to be a damn bull to play rugby, especially for that long.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So pick a team. It's just some extra. I think a lot of games are on YouTube as well. So some extra sport. There's always a lot of sport in Australia because our season starts in March. Aussie rules and our NRL, our rugby league. So I've already got a lot of sport to watch in our sport, our autumn and our winter. But I do like my American football. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to pick a team. I haven't picked one yet. Usually I pick all the San Francisco teams except for NHL. I got the Vancouver Canucks. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what's so nice about like springtime, because again, we had all these new sports coming, all of them starting spring training and such. So I'm obviously looking forward to that. Speaking of
Yeah, all
spring,
these
again,
mhm. Yeah, all these
What about
international sporting games are coming back from the COVID stuff. So yeah, this is really, really, really exciting to me.
Yeah. The
I
world's
know
slowly coming back together.
that's what I'm saying. Like especially here, because we had this mask mandate for like at least like 27 months, I think it was the indoor one, right after
Yeah.
it was whatever. And this would be actually the first time, because I know when we went to the baseball game, we didn't really wear masks. Technically we were supposed to, but as long as I guess you just had a beer right next to your lips, you can technically just have it off the entire time. But it's gonna be good to actually go to like outdoor games and kind of just not even care about COVID or even think about it. I'm sure again, maybe 80% of people will wear their masks, but it's just good that you don't really have to. You don't feel compelled to. And I got to say, like ever since they lifted it, like my family, we haven't worn like any masks like at all. And it's just been so liberating, such a liberating feeling. I'm not even sure people are even wearing masks in India. Was that even a thing? Did that ever really happen? Do you see people wearing masks over there?
I see people wear masks, but not
Sure.
many. But to be honest, I wore a mask just because when we had the car, I'd sit behind the driver and he'd leave the window open, and I just do it for because it's so dusty and smoky, and so I wore the mask just for that reason, not for coronavirus or something.
Sure, yeah.
But I must say, when I went from Korea back to Australia, and before that I was in Japan, so these two countries that were definitely using the masks. When I got back to Australia, I thought, oh, it's going to be weird not wearing them. Like, even when I got off the airplane, then I got onto the train, like in the airport, everyone's still wearing masks. Most people are still wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Some Aussies probably weren't. Then once you got on the train, no one was wearing masks. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, can I take it? Can I take it off? I was so nervous. Can I take it off? Can I take it off? No mask on the train.
Yeah. When I got to the airport in Chicago, I still left mine on. Like so young, the kids, they had theirs off like already. I just wasn't ready yet. I was just like, no, like I'm still in the airport, like they're gonna yell at me or something. This is Chicago. I don't want to get in trouble. Yada yada yada. But yeah, the minute I left, then I was like, wow, this is amazing. Every restaurant you go to, any building you walk in, like, do I have to wear a mask? Is that a requirement here? And then you come back to Korea, and then it still was. I was like, oh, damn it. But now it's all good. It's all good now. Last week, I actually want to tell you what I did over this past week since we last chatted. Last Saturday, we my wife and I, we actually had become friends with like this international family, because she's part of like this like group chat in Kakao. Like there's so many group chats. So she's part of this group with like Korean wives with like international husbands or boyfriends, whatever it is, people who have families. Wow, what's so funny? Am I saying this the wrong way? So we all got together and we went to this brewery here in Goyang. It's called the Playground Brewery. And I like the fact that like the last 10 years, like Korea's like really like changing its scene with the like craft beer. It's come like a really long way, because you just typically have like when you have like your height, your Kasu, your Cloud, your Max, your OB. Those are like your kind of top five. But now like the scene is completely different. And where this is, it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like just like the boonies. It's all just like farmland. And it's like not a shed, but it's like kind of built like so. It's got like this like beautiful like bricks on the inside. And just the interior is just wonderful. And they just got like good musical, like the vibes are just there. And even like their menu, they have like maybe like 9 different types of draft beers. It was all right. I'm more I like IPAs now, especially like hazy IPAs. Like ever since going to Portland, and they're all about IPAs. Like I love that. And so I was just like downing them like crazy. Like I was really surprised. Like they weren't really like strong enough for me. Now you ask So Young, it's a different reality, because apparently I was like shouting everywhere and I was being like super loud, probably red in the face, and probably turning a lot of heads. How loud it was, but I felt fine. But it was funny because I knew I was gonna get a little drunk. I was gonna enjoy myself. I wanted her to have a little as well. So we didn't actually take the car at all. We actually just took a bus. There's that stopped right outside our building, literally right outside the building. And it was like a 20-minute bus ride
Yeah.
direct, and we just walked like another 5 minutes there. But it turned out that no
Oh,
cabs go that way. Like no cabs go that way at all because we had planned on it. But luckily, one of the families gave us a ride home, and it was really fun. I don't remember getting home. I don't remember sitting in the car, nothing like
oh,
that.
really? That
Yeah, and
much
apparently
slow?
her and I got in a little
Wow.
argument as soon as I got home. I had no idea, but
And I'm fine.
yeah, I know. Like this is shit. This is so weak. Another one, please. Yeah, really funny
I'm
stuff.
fine.
Yeah,
And then
that's
you
good
just
stuff.
So that's the playground brewery, right?
The Playground Brewery. That's right. It's near Dongtan, I believe. I forget the name of it. Should have looked it up.
Yeah.
But it's really cool because they have these cool little cards that I sent you guys, and I'll throw it up on Instagram eventually. But it's these little cards, and it has like the logo with all the Korean masks on them, and it has like the
yeah.
ABV, the alcohol percentage wise, on the back. It's all in Korean. Obviously, I don't know what it said, but it just shows the process of how that select ale is made. Really cool place.
Yeah.
Really cool
There's
place. Yeah.
there's a really interesting story behind that mask.
What is it?
Have you guys? So I think Giovanni, you saw those kind of masks around the Korea, right?
Oh yeah, especially in Insadong. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It is very famous mask in Korea, which
Yeah.
is called Andong Ha회tal.
Whoa.
So the mask is actually from Andong area.
Okay.
And there's one. This is kind of like what do you call? Not a real history kind of thing. You know, I don't remember the word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a fable, like a folklore, like a made up
Yeah,
story.
something. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So you know how they are so smiley on their mask, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's like
Every mask is smile as hard they can,
yes.
and then like one little theory that they're saying is Andong was very famous for the clothing, which is made out of the marijuana stem.
Oh,
really?
okay. No wonder everybody's
So
so damn happy.
yeah, so
Yeah.
there might be a very big chance that they are very happy because of that puff of
Oh,
joints.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Nice little fun fact. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Do you know of any breweries? I know obviously HBC has a ton, but what was the name of that place? Was it called Craftworks? It's no longer there, I heard. Is that right? Did they
Craftworks is
move?
gone. I
Oh,
think
definitely then, huh?
yeah. I think they still have that those their brewery,
Yeah,
but I don't think the bar is not located anymore around the Italy area.
that's unfortunate. You know what I didn't
Hopefully all those
realize? Go ahead, kid.
Yeah.
I hope all those beer festivals and wine festivals start coming back. They were good fun. That was probably one of the highlights of Korea is the beer and wine festivals. Not
Yeah.
not the one we went to. That one wasn't very good. The other
What? I
one.
had a blast. I love that one. The one in Ilsan? That was a hoot and a
one beer
half.
stall and a beer bus.
Yeah. Well, obviously because of the restrictions and all that, but yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
but
thought we
there's some
had
really
fun
good
jumping around and stuff. That was
wine.
hilarious. With the
Yeah.
Dead Mouse wannabe. That was the best act.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mouse wannabes. Those are the
Yeah.
best DJs we met that day.
That's hilarious.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. But Daejeon had some great beer and wine festivals. So if the rest of the Korea has them, just wait for them to start popping up again. That was so much fun. Pay like $10 and unlimited wine. You go in the tasting of the wine, you just up and drink, and get
Yeah.
another bottle, drink. And the beer festivals, they would bring all the breweries will sell beers for a pretty good price. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you get like we went to one place and they gave us all their leftovers. It was fun. It was good fun. So
Damn, talk about getting a fat
Yeah.
hookup. That's great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would
Like I
take
said,
that.
hopefully, summertime this year, it's just a completely different vibe everywhere, just all over the
Yeah.
country with festivals and things just kind of being finally eased after such a long time. I will note though, speaking of beer, I didn't realize the place that we went to after the baseball game, after the Gochuk Sky Dome, that Halmoni place, I didn't realize it was like a 40-year-old franchise. because I actually had
Oh
just
yeah.
visited. You remember that place we went to? We pre-gamed there, and then we went there after the game again. They had like the
Yeah.
coldest beer because the ice. They
Yeah.
still have like the ice chips
beer.
inside. There's one over here by Becksock. I had no idea. I went to visit a buddy there last Sunday, and he took me there, and I was just like, oh my God, I recognize this place. Like this beer just is so familiar. And sure enough, lo and behold, it was the Halmoni place. What's the name of it, Hakjun? I can't forget. I can't remember.
It's a Yokjeon Harmony place.
Boom.
The meaning
Boom
of is
shakalaka.
that the crane must be in front of the train station.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, that is the end of today's episode. We hope you enjoyed us rambling about many, many different topics, ranging from Keith's travels, from India to playing with locals and traveling on buses, and talking about beer and sports and baseball and all the fun things coming in spring.
Spring. Go
Follow
spring.
us. Yeah. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Linktree, and give us a like.
No, thanks for listening and watching, and follow us on our socials. Okjun.
Always thanks to our listeners. And there's one great guy, Brian, who's always liking us and then putting some comments
Hey,
on
Brian.
our special thanks for him. And then let's enjoy the spring. It's just around the corner.
And if you want to get more insight on all of Keith's travels, go ahead, follow him at LivingMLN. Visit his travel channel. He's got a lot of good stuff, a lot of visuals you can see in case you're curious about all the stories he told today. Check it out. Look out for his future updates. As always, thanks for listening and tune in next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.